Howdy, y'all. I'm Billy Coyne. I'm your host for this here program, and it's dedicated to the Southern rock scene. We are very honored today to have none other than Teresa Topaz. Hi.
Very nice to be here.
You
Thank you.
hail from Portland.
Originally from Los Angeles, but we're based now here in Portland, Oregon.
Okay, cool. And we're going to do a mini interview today. Where were you born?
Los Angeles, California.
And that influenced you a lot, were you? Did
Very
you rub elbows with any Hollywood type people?
Quite a bit. It's Los Angeles, so the celebrities are people just like everyone else.
You want to mention some of the people who influenced you in your immersion into music?
Oh, well, I was fortunate enough to have a wide variety of music, from everything from Ella Fitzgerald, George Gershwin, to Bob Dylan, Led Zeppelin, Creedence Clearwater, and then my own influence growing up in the 90s. So the grunge era, Pearl Jam, Tori Amos.
Terrific.
So being able to appreciate every genre of music and being able to take something from it and have it be an influence within your own craft I'm very grateful for that.
Now, when you were a little girl way back when, a few eons ago, what kind of music were you interested in listening in high school? What was your genre?
Funny, it's actually quite interesting, is when I was a little girl, my favorite band was Guns N' Roses.
Oh, wow.
And so I was very...
What did you like about them?
Their sound, especially Slash's guitar, the sound of a Les Paul coming through a Marshall, but just the energy and the passion that went into the music. And I grew up in LA, so it was right below the Sunset Strip, so I was immersed in the rock and roll era, and lots of motorcycle jackets.
The Monkey and the Frog and all those dances.
Yeah.
Way back when.
So, but it's rock and roll will never go away, and it's a very powerful genre of music.
You knew the first rock and roll song, 54, Alan Freed and the Comets, Rock Around the Block. I think that was the first one that I heard of. That's what the rumor has it. And all. So we're dedicating this show to the soul of our dear friend, not personal friend, but our idol Prince and all. You want to say a few words about how he influenced your style and your
Prince? When I was a young girl, I actually, my mother would tell me stories of different musicians, and when she told me how studious that Prince was with his craft and being fluent in 37 different instruments, that was something that stuck out to me very, very much, and it was something for me to want to live up to and to be that much of a master with my craft. So instantly after hearing that, he became an influence of mine. Seeing people that take their passion for music so seriously and they give it their all and they write what comes from their heart. They don't let anyone tell them to not or hold back. So having that passion to do what comes from here and it be unleashed was just, it was mesmerizing to me.
Passion is never out of fashion. And
No.
here you have passion incarnate in the persona.
Well, I think it's important
Teresa.
with the passing, unfortunately, this year, with all these amazing rock stars that we have and people that are such amazing influences in music. I think it's up to this generation to then make them proud and live on their legacy and take what has influenced us about them and live on with it and carry on their message.
You'll make some predictions about some of the newly rising stars and starlets who you think will be the superstars of the future in music.
About who?
Superstars of the future.
Well,
look into your crystal ball. What shall you see?
I can honestly say that I think with music is on a different horizon at the moment. Music, everything changes. Life goes in cycles and in waves.
Right.
So right now I feel like rock and roll is definitely starting to take an edge back. And you're starting to notice youth pay more attention to the greats, Zeppelin, all the way up to Nirvana, Prince, the influences. The children can feel it. They can feel the vibration, and they can feel the passion coming from the musicians. So I think it's back on a rise, and we're going to see a whole different feel with music.
New vibes shall engulf you.
Yeah.
And all. Let's ask a little bit about Southern rock, because not everybody knows how it developed and how it's differentiated from other type of rock. Tell us a little.
Well, Southern rock, traditionally, it's, bands like Creedence Clearwater, Allman Brothers, Lynyrd Skynyrd, Black Crowes. So you're mixing, a bit of a country twang with original rock and roll. And it just gives you that little bit of an edge where it's nice to be able to, play in the clubs of like the Troubadour and the Sunset Strip, and then also be able to travel through the South, Austin, Texas, Nashville, and get an amazing response. So it's nice to be able to bring a twist of rock and roll and a twist of country and bring them in harmony together. And again, it's taking, you know, elements of different genres and being able to blend them together in a artistic manner that gives you that edge and gives you the ability to fit into multiple genres. So,
is Teresa Topaz your original name or your stage name?
No, it's my original name.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it is my birth name. My parents did me well, so.
Good, cool. I think of alliterations, goes back to Roy Rogers and Mickey Mouse, now Teresa Topaz. You're part of the alliteration class and all. I'd like to ask you a little bit about, because we're going to be singing several of your songs, I think 3 of them in a few minutes, but could you tell us a little bit about the songs and how you evolved the themes and the instrumentation?
Sure. Originally, when I had wrote some of the songs that are on the album, which is the latest release, and that's called Reset Me, some of the songs were on my original EP, and everything that was on this album was still in my head. And when I was back in San Francisco as a singer-songwriter, it was just me and an acoustic. I didn't have the tools or the knowledge to be able to make this become a manifestation. So back in April of 2014, I met an amazing engineer, and his name is Tim Biedron. And we paired up, and I initially came to him for tutoring lessons for Ableton. And next thing you know, he saw a raw cut of one of the songs, became very interested. We worked together very closely. Then it turned into a demo. Then it turned into the full album. Next thing you know, now I'm being taught everything I need, everything I now know about recording. And so from that point on, Tim and I have done this entire project.
Go, Tim, go.
But we've partnered on this. We have done everything from the music to the graphics to the website to the album art to the marketing, the PR. Everything is completely independent, and it has been our own project. We did have the feature of Mr. Keith Waters on bass, who we gratefully have had on the entire album. But for the rest of the instruments on the album, I tried to put a band together for quite some time. And it was a little troubling, so I just said, fine, I'll do it all myself, which I did. So it's nice to be able to have full creative control over your project, and knowing that I can write the lead the way I want to. I can write the rhythm. I can put in an orchestral section. I can do all of my backgrounds from scratch and do it exactly the way I want to be doing it. So with that being said, the 3 songs I'm going to be playing today are 3 of the popular singles off the album, and that's Driving Me Crazy.
Driving me crazy.
It's a very strong Southern rock song.
What a beautiful radiant smile. I want to be able to make a decal of your smile shaped like a crescent moon and put it on the ceiling at night to glow at me and keep me up all night thinking of the Teresa grin.
There we go. I don't know how that mold's going to taste, but we can try it.
Epitomized for posterity. How's that for spontaneous, unrehearsed, unscripted
You know,
dialogue?
improv is fun. Exactly. That's what keeps the smile
You guys
going.
know it. We don't rehearse it at these shows. This is strictly off the cuff.
It's best that way.
But it makes it much more natural. You know, we're not like the politicians that looking at this sign, thou shalt not blast other candidates unless they're not looking, stuff like that. At all. Okay. Oh, I wanted just for a little touch of humor. This is a presidential election year. If I were running the country, hear you now, we would have a new reality show with a split screen, and every candidate running for president would be attached to a polygraph. And you will see how the needle wiggles, and the one who gets the most wiggles of lies in his or her statements for the presidency wins the Pinocchio Prize. How's that for reality?
There you go.
Okay. More people will be tuning in than they do. Tune in to the debates now to see who gets the most lying wiggles.
Who's got the most seismic action.
Yes. Okay, good. So food for... So tell us, what is it like to craft something and put it on a record? What does the public not know about the prep to make it happen?
There's a lot of work that goes into it that's, unless you're in the industry and understand, it's more or less it's glanced over. But I'm the type of artist that would sit down in the mixing room and create on the spot. And just let it come to you. Every musician has their own way. Either they create the song beforehand going into the studio. I actually like doing it on the spot because the world is your oyster. And something that I think is very important to know is I wish it would just be like, I'm just going to wake up, sit down, and it's just going to fall out of me. But sometimes it does, and those are the beautiful moments that I cherish and want to come more often. But sometimes I'm in front of the computer for 2-3 hours going, and then something just clicks over and it happens.
Now, when you were a little girl, what was your dream of what you'd be?
I wanted to be the album you put on when you're having a good day.
Oh, so you really thought as a young chick, so to speak, New York talk, that you would go into music?
I have always known it since I was a little girl. I've never thought anything else but selling out the Forum.
Yeah. Do you have any family members who are in music or show business?
I have some that are in the arts. My mother is a fine artist. She used to be an animator for Disney. She's done a lot of fine, very large murals for Joan Kroc and
Does your
Rod
mother
Stewart.
live here in the Portland area?
She is. She's here in Beaverton
Okay,
with
I'm
my father.
introducing her. We had her last year in a different room. There's a fantastic lady who's legally blind who used to work for Disney. Her name is Candy Rizzolini, and she has specialized in researching Disney's religious background and how the characters of good and evil portray their way into the films by his religious upbringing.
Oh, wow.
Something
Well,
very
that'll
different.
be interesting.
So maybe I can introduce Candy to your mom.
Yeah.
And you're tuning in. You're just on the sidelight audience, like a fly on the wall there, listening into us. Anything you want to ask me?
I know you're from the East Coast. So with your ventures out this way, what brought you to the West Coast?
I have no children, and we went where the jobs were. So we started out in Queens, New York, Forest Hills. Then we spent about 15 years in Arlington, Virginia, where I worked as a social worker, therapist at St. Elizabeth's Hospital with the Cubans and all. I decided that I wanted to go to a smaller city. I wanted to go to the West. And there was a job advertised in Roswell, New Mexico. So we went there. I alienated all the aliens. They threw their saucers at us. I got out of town. I said, I want to go to the far West Coast. And we took a vacation. We knew California. We knew Washington a little bit. But we didn't know the middle state, Oregon. So we went here on a tour. At a church service, somebody who was a social worker told me about a job in his agency, and that's what brought us to Oregon.
Oh, wow. Well, that's wonderful.
That's the condensed story.
That's the condensed story.
Yeah. So that's it. And I really love Oregon. I'm very active in the community. And if you have a chance to look at the outside of the YMCA, I was really the behind-the-scenes catalyst that brought about the peace mural, the peace mosaic on the YMCA, which is designed by kids.
That's so sweet. I love that.
And Salem, did you know that Salem comes from the word salama, shalom, meaning peace?
I know that now.
You know
I
that.
did not know that part.
It's the only city, it's the only state capital that's named for peace.
That's wonderful.
And at some point, I think maybe we could even bring the Dalai Lama here, celebrate peace. Here, Dalai Lama, if you're listening in, sign up now. No, I think we're going to do that and all. So, any closing words for people who aspire to follow in your footsteps, high heels notwithstanding? And
No, I was smart today. I had the heels on yesterday.
okay. If they wanted to get into music and all, where should they start? What should be some of the stepping stones in 1 minute or less?
Start with what comes to from your heart. Create what it is that your dream is, and don't let anybody ever stop you, and never give up on it. And if you're driven, and if you never stop believing, it will happen. The right things will fall into line. The right people will come to you, and you'll be in the right place at the right time.
Be encouraged, be inspired. The Teresa Topaz tele message to you all and stuff. Finally, you want to tell us what you're planning in the future? What's coming up?
A lot of big events are coming up, actually. The two closest, next Thursday, I believe, it's the 28th, I'll be doing an in-store performance and meet and greet at Music Millennium to help with promotion of the album. And that's
Check it out.
at 6 p.m. And then also on the 1st of May, we are doing the Oregon Guitar and Musical Expo out in Hillsborough.
Wow.
And that's from 10 a.m. to 4, and I'll be doing 2 different performances, as well as have a booth for information and booking information. There's a lot of really great festivals that are coming up, so the best thing to do is to go to teresatopaz.com, and it has all the social media links, all the information, live videos, and upcoming shows that are listed on there.
Good, Teresa. Well, I just want to all invite you to come see. We hope to invite Teresa back a few other times because she's going to be so fabulous. You're going to groove like it. And I want to thank you again.
Thank you very much for having me.
And take care, and here comes the music. Stay tuned. Okay.
You're driving me.
All these years it's been for you. And everything the same after that day. It's what you said to me is the finest day. I broke my handbag and I come around on the road. You're driving me crazy, yeah. Oh yeah, you're driving me insane. Saying soon go for lost time. Even though you haven't got it done. I'm driving miles away, yeah, for first time. So don't come to me, so baby, please. Easy, yeah. Baby, please. You're driving me crazy, yeah. Oh yeah, you're driving me insane. Driving me crazy, yeah. You're driving me insane. Give me this day so I can live my life the way it's supposed to be. And I'm grateful I found a way to reset me, to reset me. Yeah, yeah, oh, yeah. Holding a thing of my chains, rattling carries my hand, so attached to her. A disconnection elevates just what you believe. Don't stand for this one more day. Where you go, stay there, help and break your heart. To me, decision to be around this maze. What change until you can see the truth. It never left you. Where you go, staying down, open break your heart. Take a leap of
We don't want to hate and despise one another. In this world there's room for everyone. Our good earth is rich and can provide for everyone. The way of life can be free and beautiful, but we have lost the way.
Faces that take the streets, her familiar sounds of me. Come on, rise up, join me as one. Feed the narrow man.
justice. We need kindness and gentleness. Without these qualities, life will be violent, and all will be lost.